Caresha Please. Caresha Please is back with a new episode where Caresha is being interviewed by Saucy Santana. The trailer said we were about to get to the business. This was her first time speaking since the entire Puff debacle. And she went on there and she explained her not coming to the defense, to the aid of JT, her quiet during the entire Diddy shit. I'm tossing it to y'all, man.
I was watching Joe Budden, Little Yachty. I missed it.
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching that too.
I'm gonna be blunt and I started watching it and I turned the shit off. I didn't get no information. I like that she did address the JT thing a little bit, but outside of that.
How far into it did you get?
Maybe like 15, 16 minutes.
How long was it in total?
Maybe about an hour.
Yeah, it's about an hour. I don't know, but
I saw her say her and JT not a group.
Yeah.
I was like, we knew that.
Oh, sorry, it was 33 minutes. It wasn't. It was 33 minutes.
Was it?
Yeah,
got it.
Short. But I didn't get nothing from it. The way they hyped it up, the whole thing, I just thought it was still fire. That it was on Revolt. That was funny to me. That was the funniest part of the whole shit. That the shit was still on Revolt.
Wow.
Outside.
Wow.
Well, because of the Diddy connection with Revolt, even though he's no longer there, the fact that she was going to address Diddy or was supposed to address it, I thought that was interesting. That they was going to let that fly out there like that. I would think Revolt would want to just move away from even mentioning anything about him at this point.
No, I think
But her
that they
show-
had no choice.
Yeah, her show
They're
is
not getting rid of
signed
her
to
show.
Revolt.
Yeah.
And what else are we watching Revolt for? So yeah, let's get some people over here to look at this while we try to recoup something.
Like that interview had like 3
then
million
give it up.
views.
Then give it up.
Yeah.
Yes, I have over 1 million now.
Cool, but then just give it up. Just go in there. Like I just felt it was still a little clean cut in how it was addressed.
That shit wasn't clean cut. That shit was tap dance city.
Right.
Nigga, Puffy's still outside.
Okay, but
Yeah, they sold it to us. We all saw it, or caught the snippets of thinking she was gonna give it up, and she ain't say nothing.
yeah.
Like I was just like, oh, all right. She ain't say nothing. She started crying. She ain't say much or nothing. She was talking, but
Could that be because she really ain't have nothing to say outside of what she said? I fucked with him. He was cool.
No.
I ain't see none of the bad shit, and that was it.
no, you saw somebody get their ass whooped on camera.
Well, she did address that she's been in domestic shit in the past, so she would never even allow that to be the case with someone else moving forward. So I'm assuming that she's saying her and Diddy never had that level of back and forth. But you're right. She could have spoken to the Cassie video and shit. But
Caresha's young, so I'm gonna give her some grace.
yeah,
I'm gonna give her some grace because she's young. Other than that, I don't really have nothing good to say about it. And that whole move about, hey, I've been in domestic situations before, so trust me, I would never involve myself in anything remotely close to that after the world has seen that video of Puff. So you got to be careful giving out information that you don't mean to give out.
I thought the same thing.
Like,
Only because people who she's dealt with in the past.
if you're telling us that you've been in 2 domestic relationships and the world has seen the video that we saw, then you have to answer to more than, hey, he never did that around me, if you choose to speak about it. And you can't just roll with, hey, I never saw none of that, so I'm minding my business, because there are tweets of you telling bitches, hey, if my nigga wanted to, you would be on the floor eating my pussy.
Yeah.
That isolated, there's nothing wrong with that. But that, after all of the things that we've read and seen, lends toward certain things.
Yeah.
Also, me seeing that after JT coming up here was a bad move for me.
Yeah.
Cause Shorty was super fire.
She was.
And graceful about the whole
She was
situation.
super fire.
JT was an absolute sweetheart up here. Had nothing negative to say about Caresha, the City Girls, Uzi, Quality Control,
Nothing.
nobody. It was just total sole focus on me, what I need to do. My label told me these are the areas I need to work on, and that's what I'm out here doing.
Did Caresha really say anything negative though?
I'm watching the Caresha interview, for me, got my brain to what happens in those girl group dynamics when one gets to fucking on a billionaire and one don't. And then our what we share, our group, is losing momentum, losing steam. Caresha said, we wasn't making no money, I ain't doing shit, so I gotta go bust a move. and you telling this to your partner who through thick and thin, maybe I'm here with you, I just came out of jail, what we doing, you publicly bashing me. She mentioned the fucking Nicki shit. Y'all didn't come to JT's aid because I was asleep. And once I saw what they was fighting about the Nicki shit. Shit, I ain't on that record. It's like, whoa, you said that publicly?
Yeah, that was.
You said that publicly about somebody you was in a group with? They start pulling up the old footage of JT on that same Revolt couch with Saucy and Caresha, how they handled her, how they treated her. It just is a mess. It looked bad. It looked bad. Like, let's just call a spade, even though we can't. Like, you was out there parading the sign. You was out there. And in the interview, she says, I feel like, in the same breath, she says, I feel like I added value to everything Diddy was doing. Nobody was drinking daily on before me. He sent me this song. I feel like whatever he had going on, I just upped the motion a little bit. And in the very next breath, you'll say, the shit that I owned on my own on the side with my partner was bringing $0.
Yeah. It sounds like the other way around.
Dog, I have a brain and I'm of age, so again, I'm gonna give Caresha grace because I think it's greater than her. I think it's greater than her. I think she's giving it from her point of view. She can't really say too much, but whatever was going on, much greater than anything that young lady knew. And I didn't need that interview. Absolutely nothing was shared, nothing was discussed. For the most part, the news cycle has continued, and he's not been such a relevant point the way he was. So, I mean, but again, they want to get their show back rolling.
I was about to say, but for her show to
get their
get
show back rolling, they can't do it without addressing some of the shit. I get it, but I mean, I didn't get through it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I didn't get through it either, but.
And as much as I want to support Caresha, after meeting JT, you don't do that.
I will say this, even though I didn't like the interview, after meeting JT, I like her. Like, I genuinely like her. I think the same with Caresha. I've never met, never spoken, but I can see that there's a likable thing there that people will latch onto. So I
fuck with Caresha too.
Yeah.
Maybe not the way, but I met JT in a different light now.
Sure.
Man, no comment, man. No comment.
That's peace.
That's peace. There you go. Peace. You just know what it look like when bitches is off bitches. You just know what that look like and feel like. So that was my problem with fucking Crook and Joel when they caught me on the live after they put that album out saying whatever they said about Slaughterhouse. My thing was, shit, nigga, whatever was going on with Slaughterhouse, why the fuck you, what's this about? Like, we in a group, whatever happened with the group, leave it with the group. Like, why is this now public fodder? Why are you trying to make the other half of the group look a certain way by you telling your stuff? I think all that shit is whack. I do.
But it speaks to how you like to handle disattachment.
Well, yeah, that part.
There you go.
That part. I feel like niggas could learn a thing or two about how to disassociate.
Yeah.
Prayers to all.
New Joe Budden.